Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jay Culture. Today's class, we're going to learn how to draft the basic blouse. The measurements we'll be using: full length 25, bust circumference 42, bust point 10 and a half, waist length or half length 18 inches, waist circumference 35, hip circumference 42, shoulder length 16, bust span 8. Firstly, we're going to draft out our guideline or grain line. It's going to serve as our shoulder line. We're also going to do the same at the side. This is going to serve as our center front. Having done that, we're going to place our measurements. The full length is 25. We'll mark 25 here. To get the chest line, we'll divide the bust by 6. Whatever we get, we'll add 1.5 inches. The bust here is 42. 42 divided by 6 will give us 7 inches, plus 1.5 will make it 8.5 inches. We'll mark 8.5 inches here. The bust depth is 10.5. The waist is 18 inches. So we're going to extend it. I'm going to rule out. I'm just going to label chest line, bust point, waistline, full length. Now I'll take the shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement is 16. 16 divided by 2 will give us 8 inches, plus half an inch sewing seam allowance around the armhole. It's going to be 8.5 inches. So I'm going to connect. Having done that, I'll mark the neck circumference, which is 3 by 3 for standard measurements. Then I'll connect with our curve ruler. Then I'll come to the armhole depth. I'll take 1 inch away from the shoulder line to get our slope line. 1 inch. Then I'll connect it to the neckline. The next, we'll take the midpoint of the armhole. Here we have 7.5 inches. Divided by 2 to get the midpoint. Then we'll take 3/4 inch away from the armhole line. Now we're going to measure the bust. The bust is 42. 42 divided by 4 will give us 10.5 inches. Now we're going to connect this point, and this point. Having done that, we're going to mark the waist measurement. The waist measurement is 35. 35 divided by 4 will give us 8.75 inches. 8.75. Then we'll come to the hip circumference, which is 42. Divided by 4 will give us 10.5 inches. Then we'll connect them. Now we're going to put down the bust span. The bust span is 8 inches. Divide by 2 will give us 4 inches. We'll take it down to the waistline, also to the full length, which is also known as the hemline. This is also known as the hemline because this is where the measurement ends. So we're going to connect them. Having done that, so I'm going to take 1 inch below the bust line, because whenever we want to sew our dart, it's not appropriate for us to sew our dart to the bust point line, so that it doesn't give it that wrong effect. We'll come to the hip line. We'll take it 2 inches upward. Now we'll come to the waistline. To get our waist dart intake, the standard measurement is 1 inch, but it also varies depending on what you want to achieve. Here I'm going to take 1 inch for standard measurement. That's the basic blouse. Half an inch here, half an inch here. So it's going to be 1 inch. Then we'll connect it to this point. We'll also connect it to this point. Now we're going to replace the dart that we took here. We're going to take it back to the measurement so that our waist measurement will be complete. We have 1 inch here, so we're going to replace it back. Now we can connect. Make sure that there is no pointy area here at the waist. Now we're going to take the side, that's the hip line, the side, we're going to take it up by 1 inch. It also varies depending on the design you want to achieve. You can take it up by 1 inch or 1.5 inches or 2 inches or even more, depending on the design you want to achieve. Here we're going to take it 1 inch above. We're going to curve with our hip curve ruler. We have our basic blouse front bodice ready. Now we just have to add the sewing seam allowance at this area. I'll add 1 inch sewing seam allowance. You can add 1.5 inches or 2 inches, depend on you. So I'm going to add 2 inches at the side. I'm going to connect. My marker is finished. Let me change it. Here we have the bodice ready. Now we can trim off. You see we have the front basic blouse,